Hello, in this video, I will briefly run through this lesson and how I would personally implement it, and briefly run through how to use Pear Deck. So if you don't already have the Google Slides Pear Deck add-on, here is the link to install that. You would just follow the instructions after clicking install. And then once it's installed, it should pop up on Google Slides like this. And to start the lesson, you will click on this Pear Deck button and then click on Start Lesson. And you can do a student paste or instructor paste. You can also flip back and forth. I will click on instructor paste just to demonstrate. Pear Deck can also be integrated with Canvas using assignments as well. And then you can see that this dashboard will pop up. Typically what I will do, I don't like it on a separate window. I like everything on one tab. So I will copy and paste this link for the dashboard into here. And then this is what you will be able to see. This is what the students will be able to see. But typically what I like to do is if you click on that, and I click on give students a link, I like to also screen share. Well, this is more accurately what the student will see. They will get a little check-in for each day. So I don't typically use this view. This is like the preview view. And this is what you will see as the teacher. And I can see, which students have joined, and you can even add co-teachers. So with the 3 dots at the bottom, you can also invite a co-teacher by giving them that link. So then they will see the same thing as you. You can turn on, so when you're on a slide on the Pear Deck, the students cannot move forward. The students cannot move forward unless you turn on student paste. So you can do that as well just by turning on student paste from the teacher dashboard. And you know it's a teacher dashboard because it's going to say dash. And now if you go to the student view, you can see that they can move forward at their own pace. I'm going to stop student paste for this demonstration for now. So I will introduce the lesson, introduce the objectives, which is to be able to read and write professional emails and organize notes and unfinished assignments. And the agenda is on the side here. So as an intro, I have the students just share how they already keep track of assignment notes and resources. I might invite them to share their existing systems. So this is, again, the teacher view. And let me show what the student view looks like. Once the student clicks on the slide, this icon will come up and they can drag this star to where they are on this scale. Already have a perfect organizational system, kind of have a system, don't have a good system. And then on the teacher end, you will see this. I'm the only student right now, but you can see that. You can see a grid layout so that all the students and their responses will pop up. They can have an overlay layout where you can see all the students' responses piled on top of each other. You can have a list. So that's the drag and drop function. And then to continue forward, the number 1 tip I will go over with students is reading emails. And this is a little multiple choice function. So this is what it looks like on the student end. I want to know how often they've been reading their emails and maybe share, if there is anything that's been preventing them, so they can click. And then once a student responds, that will show up on your end. And you can hover and see which student picked what. There's also a grid layout. The next slide is a type in answers layout. This is some reasons to read emails every day. If a student types something, what they type will pop up on your end in real time. You can give feedback, you can start a response, and so on and so forth. Excuse me. And the next slide is a little intro on how to email a teacher with an example. And then the students will actually rewrite an email to make it more professional. So you can type and you can see who has responded. You can also see at the bottom who has not responded as well. It's a really quick and easy way to make sure all students are participating. I do typically call students out by name if they don't respond after a given time. You can set a timer here by holding down this button. Oh, actually, if you hold down the lock screen button, you can actually set a timer for the students. So if some students don't respond by the time runs out, I will typically prompt them by name and just ask, hey, let me know if you're running into issues with the Pear Deck. And that always goes very well. I'm almost always able to get 100% participation. And then that will take to the next topic, which is where I demonstrate how to set up the bookmark folder system. And there's an overview. Here's the overview video on that. This is an embedded video. So on the student's end, they will be able to play that video directly. It doesn't really look like anything on the teacher end. And the next slide, I have just a much shorter video that demonstrates how to do this. And if students actually click on the video, that will actually take them to the video. So this is the student view, and they can actually click on links. So yeah, so students can click on links on the Pear Deck. That's where I kind of go over. I will first, I personally will screen share and show students, like what are the potentials of the bookmark folder. You can directly show students this video as well, but I will personally, actually screen share and show the students the potential of this, and then show them how to set it up with the next two slides. So these slides show students how to set it up. This is what it looks like on the student end. And then I'll give students some time, and then I want students to tell me, they have done this, if they need help doing this, or if they want to use another organization method in which they can share in a chat or out loud, or if there's something else. And again, I always expect every student to participate. The next topic is on how to use this bookmark folder to access and use notes and resources. And that's and embedded in this is a really important learning tip for the students, which is what to do when they get stuck, how to use and find and access notes effectively. Here's a video that runs through how I do that for the students. And I will also just screen share for the students. And again, if the students click on the video, that will take them to a video. And then I want students, to let me know how helpful they think this will be. It will help them use notes more when they get stuck. It will not encourage them to use notes more. Or if they have another method to suggest, that's something I always encourage. I try to label this so the arrows mean step 1, 2, and 3. So step 1, click on the start button of any notes that they want to store. Step 2, choose the folder. And then step 3, they will click done. And then the final topic, showing students how to use the bookmark system to keep track of unfinished assignments, and also to set a specific time every day to complete unfinished assignments. And again, there's the students have access to this video that shows this, and they can also click on the video from here. So as you can see, yeah, so the students will again let me know whether this system will help them keep track of assignments, access them, and complete them, or if they think it might not. If they have another method to suggest. And then finally, I think the most important one is the action plan. So in the action plan, this is now a drawing function. And this is what it looks like on the student end. And again, if you just give students this link, they will be able to join and sign with their name and can also be embedded with Canvas. So what I want students to do is to allocate at least 1 hour each day outside of class to read emails, work on any unfinished assignments, and also to review notes to really reinforce what they learned each day before they just forget everything. So I want students to use the text function. So this is the student view, what it looks like on their end. Use the text function to type work and decide what's a good time block every day to read emails and work on finished work. Actually decide, set a specific time for each day of the week. So you can type. So they can type just like that. And you can move that around. And then you'll see what they wrote on your end as well. Of course, there's just one student here. But I think that is something that's good for students to do. No, given what they know about their current schedule, of course, this might change. But for now, what is a good time every day for them to set? Potentially even set a timer on their phone. For them to tell their parents, to even have their parents maybe help to keep them on track, but set a time each day to read emails and work on unfinished assignments and review notes. I also do want to just remind students that, exercise is a very, very important component. Physical health is just as important as academics. And so I'm also encouraging them to allocate some time to exercise in any of these time blocks. And this is also a space for students to share any other responsibilities that they may have that they know about right now, other jobs that they're doing. So that as a teacher, we're also more aware of what other things students have going on outside of the class. And then that's their final action plan. So thank you very much for watching this video. And now in the second part, I'll just briefly demonstrate how to actually modify this Google Slides for your own purposes. Of course, you can modify the slides, the text in the slides as much as you would like. There are some things that don't seem to be able to be modifiable, and that's because it's part of the theme. So to modify what seems to be unmodifiable, you will click on View, then click on Theme Builder. And then you can see in here some of the things that you will only be able to modify in Theme Builder. So if you click on the slide you want to modify, you can go to Theme Builder, click on View and Theme Builder, and that will allow you to modify more. To modify or add Pear Deck activities, so for instance, if you want to modify this activity, you will click on Pear Deck. And this is a draggable thing. So if you want to modify the draggable, you have to click on the draggable again. And then that will pop up and you can modify as you would like. Another example, if you want to modify a multiple choice, since this was a choice, you again have to click on that and then click on choice. And then you can modify anything you would like and then click on update slide and then it will update with the new choices that you might want. Make sure to not delete or change these links. This is what allows the Pear Deck to function. If you want to add a feature, you can just add. So let's say that, and that's where this video comes from. For the student browse, that's a website. So if you want to add a website, just click on website. And then that is how I added the YouTube video. If you want to add YouTube videos, it is a little bit tricky. If you want to add YouTube videos to a Pear Deck via the website, you have to click on this share button, click on embed, and then copy and paste just this part of the URL, of the embed code into this to be able to embed it. You can't just copy the YouTube link directly. And then if you update, again, it will update with the video. So you can really modify and use the Pear Deck in many, many different ways. There's a lot of really cool resources in Pear Deck. I absolutely love it. It's been really, really amazing for my classes and getting the kids engaged and just seeing what they know and learn. So again, thank you for watching this video. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions at all, and have a wonderful rest of your day.